Hi, I'm Tamara Lackey and I'm here in my shooting space in my studio. So today we brought Leah back into our studio and we're gonna work on posing, shooting against a pretty dark background, having her wear something pretty dark, using just the constant lighting, the flex lights, the Westcott flex lights. And I'm just shooting again with the Z7, the Nikon Z7 mirrorless camera, and using this time the native lens, the Z Nikkor 35-1.8 lens that I don't need an adapter because this is what comes with the Z7 in terms of it pairs with it naturally. And we're gonna be shooting some wider shots, top to bottom, playing around with different poses. And then we'll switch to something probably in a chair or three-quarter shot and then move around a little bit and try to adjust there. The focus of this episode is gonna be on posing, so a dynamic combination of different poses that give very different looks and feels. So we've set up all these lights, and since we want a little bit more of that kind of dramatic, a little bit of a darker look, really playing with the pose, we also need to block out all the natural light that's going to affect that look. So we've just put up 4x8 boards, art boards across, just physically prop them over the window because the entire wall is windows, and that allows us to better control the light here in the studio. Okay, so we're gonna bring Leah out. Leah, thank you for coming back. And then let's do something where you stand, come in here a little bit, face that way. One of the things I'm seeing right away is that shadow behind Leah, and I want to be able to control that a little bit. So I can do a number of things, which is adjust the light, pull her forward a little bit more, pull this light back, or even just try to light that shadow as is. So what I'm going to do is just do some small adjustments that I think have a big impact in terms of the pose I'm going for. We have a general shape, but there's little tweaks you can make that really change the look of things. And so we're going to just roll right in and do that. Face the window, and then you're gonna have your hand on your hip with your fingers kind of spread apart. Yep. Let's do kind of your hips forward. Yeah, so you're like leaning back and then chin this way. We're gonna go for a bit more of a dramatic editorial look, and then you're actually gonna be leaning towards me just a little bit. Yes, exactly. So I love this pose. Maybe put one of your legs out like that. Yeah, exactly. And then I'm gonna just adjust the lighting a little bit. Don't fall. Excellent. That's so pretty. Good, and then chin right towards like you're staring at the light. Same thing and look towards me. There we go. Are you gonna fall over? Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna switch things up a little bit. We're gonna bring in a chair, do a quick little restyle, and keep shooting. I'm also switching out my equipment. I switched from the 35-1.8. I'm putting on the adapter for the Z7 and then pairing it with the 24-70 f2.8 lens. Just lean forward, put your face on your hands. We'll just start out with something kind of cute. Yeah, there we go. Maybe kind of go like, yeah, exactly. There we go. That looks so, so pretty. Same shot. I'm gonna back up a little bit, kind of have your legs in the shot a little bit more. Maybe put one ankle over the other. Yeah, like that. I like how the light is falling. I like the pose. One of the things I'm noticing in this shot is that this poor girl got attacked by bugs. Here, show your other leg. Ah, the victimhood. I don't mind so much because I know that I can go into post and clean that up, which is what I'm gonna do. So if you could face that way, and then go ahead and kick your legs out, and then come back, like lean back on the chair, like this. Maybe bring your legs up a little bit more. I'm just seeing what's happening. Yes, like that. I'm gonna kind of go here. Let's have you back. Yeah, like that. And then back. There, okay. There we go. So I have switched to the 105-1.4 and acquired a fun hat. So would you mind putting this on? We're gonna do some more close-ups. Yeah, very fun. So we had her pull her hair back, and we're putting on a dramatic floppy hat. And I'm taking this light, I'm gonna really power it up, taking off the diffuser, and then just have a bit of a look that is more backlit, a little more dramatic. Shift the lighting so she's not so bright. It's actually a little bit darker in her face, and play up that shadow versus try to fill the shadow. So stay right there. So we're adjusting the light a little bit, and I don't really like where it kind of lands in terms of my relationship to her, and I want her just a little bit taller, I can adjust the light or I can adjust the model. So if you don't mind, we're gonna take just a little riser, have you sit down, and that is exactly where I want her in relationship to the light. So tilt your head this way, chin this way. Okay. So one of the things I'm noticing on this shot though that I don't love is this spill of light over on her collarbone that's distracting me. So what we're gonna do is just pull out a diffuser and be able to control for that spill. So let's do, yeah, this just like this. Okay, so don't move much. That's good. So now we're blocking out the eye completely, and I'm using the diagonal of her hat as a form of composition. So we had a lot of fun in here, switching up the lighting, the posing, the whole variety of looks we ended up getting, and we're gonna jump now into ON1 Photo RAW 2019 and start fixing them up. We had a lot of fun photographing our model in the studio, and now I'm going to jump into ON1 Photo RAW and show what I would do to make some adjustments to this image. So right here you can see some of the bug bites. There were quite a lot on this poor girl, but I'm going to show a way that you can quickly and easily fix this. Going to jump into aptly named Fix option, and I have Perfect Eraser, the Retouch brush, or the Clone Stamp. I'm going to work with the Retouch brush because it's kind of perfect for this. I always like a large feather on Retouch so I don't have a clear line where the action was taken. I'm going to manage the size of this to kind of fit what I'm going for, and my opacity is at 100. And easily enough, I can just click what the issue is and let the job be done for me without hardly any work. So I'm going to hit some of these, and it really is just like hit it, let the job be done, increase the size of this based on what I'm trying to get. That's too big. Let me bring that down a little bit, probably around there. Yeah, that's a nice hit. And I start slowly taking away, I mean, just like that, all these issues that might be causing some distractions when you're looking at my model, which is I want you to just see her, not a bunch of bug bites. So I can go on all of these and hit them one at a time. If I want to, I can get pretty detailed, but I can also do a bit of an easier job here, which is to look at something where you know, we have this line right here, which is pretty common when you've got a model changing clothes and such. Instead of hitting this one at a time, I can just start here and go all the way down and let the work be done for me that easily and that quickly, which is pretty amazing because I can remember in detail cloning every piece one by one when I was doing retouching back in the day. So yeah, I can keep doing that over and over again. Here I would actually want to take that away and I'd use the blur tool. I'd soften that up a little bit or manage the lens blurring kind of option. So jumping over here, I want to zoom back out and look at this whole image and do some quick edits to it in terms of when I would deliver it. I can look at some of my presets. All of my presets are available at ON1, I think on their store. But if I click the a burnout option here, I've got this really cool matting that I think works quite well with this image. But I can jump over into effects. It already pops it up and make any little changes that I want. Here I'm going to pull this vignette down a little bit. I like the glow where it is because it adds to this effect quite nicely. I'm looking down here in curves where I did some of this matting. And I might want to bring this down just a little bit, just so I don't have such a dramatic kind of line there. No, I'm going to bring this down here. I can really kind of play with it based on what I want to do. In terms of the shadowing, I see kind of pulls it out right there. I could also bring it down a little bit. And then end up delivering an image like this, which looks pretty great. I'm going to crop in to manage any sort of errant editing issues that I don't want in here. And then, oh, there it is. Pull this in a little bit to better fit. And then we've got a really cool look here. I can also make this a color image, pull down here. Any one of these images would work really well. This kind of soft muted be a lovely look for her. Yeah, right out of the gate, it looks great. And again, I'm going to just do a couple edits on this. Maybe bring that glow option down a little bit. We don't necessarily need that much. Definitely don't need that much skin retouching, especially since we've already done some. Tone enhancer. Probably want a little bit more shadows in the black. If you can see right here, that's all black and that's completely pulled up. Probably just have a hint of that feel behind, not completely lost, because I like that bluish that goes on in there. And maybe bring down the contrast a little bit. And there you go. So I'm going to look before what I had, here where I am. And I like that kind of sleek feel. We've got the simple retouch. I can do more if I want to, but I would be very happy to deliver this image as it is now.